how'd you get here?
What's good? Welcome back to Sonic and the Fallen Star. I am pretty sure that we're almost done. Whoa, this aesthetic is kind of fucking right now, dude. Frame 1. Oh, also, I talked about this a little bit before, but the music, so tough. So fucking tough. And I think this is a zone that is supposed to have really good music. I don't know. I don't know for sure. I haven't played this in a hot minute, because I've been kind of busy living my life, doing my own thing. So it might take a minute for me to hop back into the level design in the same way. But so far, the level design has definitely been getting a lot better, and it feels kind of... I don't know. Again, I talked about this last time. This was my biggest point of concern, so I feel like it's worth repeating every 5 seconds, you know, like, oh, this is what I feel about this level design, this is what I feel about that level design. Like, that's supposedly the issue with this game. So, like, I want to see how it goes. But, I don't know. It has been getting better, but I do think it's also kind of like a product of me just being more familiar with what the level design is trying to do. So when, like, I get stuck in a place and my mind is kind of taken out of what the level design is trying to do, I'm like, okay, cool, well, I just need to turn around and try to find some random-ass platform that might be blending into the background. And that's not ideal. That's not ideal at all. But, like, it's something that's becoming less noticeable, and I think as a result, kind of ruining my experience less, if that makes any sense. Oh, I just fucked up like crazy. Never mind. He was ass, bro. He was doggy. But yeah, again, bears repeating. The opinions I have on the level design change slightly from day to day, just because, like, I don't know. The more you experience something, the more you sit down and you lock the fuck in, the more interesting things get, because, you know, things change. The more you experience something, the way you think about it will change. You know, right now, I'm not a big fan of the idea of putting stuff in my ass, but let me let me finish, let me cook, let me fucking cook. That could always change, you know, who knows, dude, if I, you know, enough exposure therapy, whatever. I'm joking, obviously, but, like, I think exposure therapy is that type of ideal. It makes sense. It makes sense if you really think about it and don't put weird labels onto it like I just did. Where the fuck are these Chaos Emeralds at, bro? I'm telling you, I need this shit. I need it. I can't sit back and not get Supersonic in this playthrough, because I think there is also a, like, definitive ending to this one. I don't know. I don't know if you have to get Supersonic to get, like, the Super Ultra Omega Cool Star Sonic or whatever. I don't know. I kind of don't care. Like, I don't know. I want to play the game how I'm going to play it, and if I feel like going out of my way to, like, pick up shit later, and kind of continue that search for the Chaos Emeralds and whatever. If the game is good enough that it pushes me in that direction, then, you know, so be it. Whatever. But, like, I don't know. There's always a chance I'm just not feeling it on whatever day it is, and I don't want to go for it. Okay, I can definitely get up there. Sorry, I just know there's gonna be a Chaos Emerald here, and I need that shit. Bam, bam. No? Yes? Maybe so? Bro, really? There's no shot y'all made me do all that for some rings. There's no way. There's no fucking way. Alright, well, I guess there was a way. They ruined me, bro. They ruined me. That was okay. That was pretty tough, actually. I don't mind that. That was pretty fucking cool. I know that, dude, there's been this weird discussion about loops in the Sonic community. I don't know if this is just something I've seen because I'm terminally online or something, but, like, motherfuckers will be out here saying, like, are loops necessary to Sonic? And I don't know, like, or did loops ruin Sonic? Whatever, like, some weird shit like that. And it's just such a weird thing to be considering. Like, I feel like loops are so integral to making people understand the momentum-based platforming of Sonic and producing, I don't know, like, the correct feeling for a Sonic game, right? I don't think a single Sonic game has gone without loops, and, you know, I think they kind of lose their way in some of the modern Sonic games just because it is pretty much this fucking insanely... Oh, can I get back up? Dude, no, this is happening. This is happening. I know there's a Chaos Emerald up there. I can feel it in my goddamn bones. So we're gonna do this. Do that. Can I... If I slow down a little bit... Dude, I'm telling you, I feel it in my goddamn bones. We're gonna make this happen. Do this. Slow down. Fuck. No, I can get off a super PLA, bro. Oh, I don't know, maybe. Just give this to me, bro. Fuck. Okay. There's gotta be some way I can do this. Just, guys, let me cook for 5 seconds. 5 seconds. I can definitely get back up if I jump a little later. Dude, no fucking way. Bam, 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 bam. Get me up there. Tough. Okay. And then jump again. Are you fucking kidding me, bro? There's just no shot. There's no fucking shot. I just did all that to get a worse thing for this level. There's no... What the fuck? Okay. Back to what I was saying. I don't think I explained myself super well, but like... Modern Sonic, I can get the loop discussion because, like, they kind of lost their way vaguely. But for a classic Sonic game, bro, it is damn near integral to getting people to kind of understand the mindset that you have to have when you are going into these games. Because it's very much momentum-based. Okay, how do you get people to understand the momentum? Oh, they can't go through this specific, this loop. Why is that? Oh, not enough speed. Okay, makes sense. Let me gain some speed by going backwards. Tough. That'll work. It'll be great. That's so necessary. It's such a perfect helping hand to kind of get new players into this idea of momentum-based platforming. And honestly, you know what? I'm gonna say this shit. It's gonna be very controversial. I think that's, like, that idea of getting people used to the game is honestly the reason that Sonic Robo Blast 2 kind of fucking sucks in my opinion. I'm sorry. I really don't like Robo Blast 2. And part of it is because the game is, like, not really attempting to form any form of understanding with the systems. You kind of just have to go and fucking dick around and figure it out and kind of mess around with this new momentum system and, like, figure things out in a very roundabout, ass-backwards way, and I really don't like it. And I don't know, when you get used to it, maybe it's really fun, maybe it's really good, but all I know right now is the game just does not accommodate to new players whatsoever. Like, you have to be deep in the Roboblast dick riding to fully understand and appreciate that game, in my personal opinion. So, I didn't enjoy it when I played it recently. Maybe it was, like, over a year ago. So a revisit might be in order, but, like, it wasn't the vibe. Also, there was some level design stuff there, too, and, like, Sonic's jump was dog shit, and it made the platforming feel so tanky and uncomfortable and unenjoyable, and it was slippery, but then you were too stiff in the air, and, like, there was just so much stuff going against that game. And I think having some of the platforming challenges they had towards the end of the game that require this very precise use of the systems that they don't really try to get you to learn, it's just not super well designed. And that's fine. Like, I don't know, I always kind of struggle with this idea, but, like, fan games exist in, like, such a different plane of existence to normal games, because the assumption going into it is that, hey, this person had enough free time to go out of their way to download a Sonic fan game. They like Sonic the Hedgehog, they've played a little bit of Sonic the Hedgehog, they know what's up, it's not their first Sonic game, is the big takeaway, right? And in that way, I feel like fan games can kind of get away with not teaching people things sometimes, because, like, the assumption is you know how to do the momentum shit in Sonic, in classic Sonic, right? They're not going to try to teach you that in the earlier stages. But also, shouldn't fan games kind of strive for this status where they're able to accommodate to both fans and new players? Like, that's what Mania did. That's why Mania was such a solid game and why everybody loved it. It was the best of both worlds. Great new content for fans that were coming back. Great content for fans that, you know, hadn't been made fans yet, right? Like, the newbies, the noobs. And I don't know, fan games just never really achieve that, and it's very unusual that they do. And, like, I don't know, SRB2, again, perfect example of that, where it's like, I don't know, should it be held to the standard where it's supposed to, like, accommodate for fans, because it's not really made, or accommodate to non-fans, because it's not really made for non-fans. I don't know. I don't know the vibe. I don't know exactly. I haven't found an answer for that for myself, is pretty much what I'm trying to say. It's a very difficult thing to kind of wrap your head around, because, I don't know, different people have different opinions on that, and I think it kind of comes down to how engrossed they are in the actual fan game sphere. But, like, in comparing a lot of fan games to, you know, real Sega-released games, I think we need to keep in mind that they're two very different realms of creation and product, and I think we need to kind of be a little careful with the way that we look at these things and we associate these things. I feel like I've had this conversation before, though, like, in some capacity. Not necessarily like the whole, do fan games need to accommodate for, you know, the lowest common denominator or whatever. You know, that's a big question within gaming itself. Like, should games have to accommodate for people that are not good at games? Like, is that... I don't know. It's a very hard thing to answer, because, yeah, at the end of the day, sure. I think the answer is yes. Games should accommodate for people that aren't going to be particularly good at games. And there's a bunch of ways you can go about that. There's easy modes, there's hard modes, there's a bunch of shit like that. I think the best example of this that I've seen is Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Fucking phenomenal game, by the way. That I was debating playing that some more, and I was like, maybe I should record a little bit of Sonic, but that game is so fucking tight. I love that game so much. But no, like, genuinely, I think that game has probably the best incorporation of that I've seen, with, like, the dynamic difficulty system, and I think that in and of itself kind of produces an environment that is indicative to players having a pretty good experience overall, because players that want to have harder experience pick dynamic, do a lot of the side quests and whatever, and then they end up having a good time because they are a certain level and then the game accommodates for that level. But people that are kind of just rushing through it and play it through dynamic, you know, it'll still accommodate for that level difference, that level gap, and try to produce an experience that is really enjoyable for them. And I don't know, obviously that's hard to do when it comes to a platformer. There's been a lot of talk about it within the Sonic community, at least, come Update 3 of Frontiers. But, you know, it's kind of difficult to understand and to get around. Also, the motherfuckers... I knew I was gonna die there, bro. I was playing too risky. The motherfuckers who were complaining about Frontiers Update 3 adding, like, an easier mode for people, go outside, bro. Like, I'm so sorry that the game incorporated a mode that makes the game easier for people that maybe aren't as good at Sonic as you are. Like, being good at Sonic is not a fucking flex, dude. Being good at Sonic is not a flex at all. I'm alright at Sonic. Is that a flex? No, bro. It's embarrassing. Someone take me out back with a shotgun and fucking kill me. I don't want to be known as the Sonic guy who's good at Sonic, bro. No, fuck that shit. Like, you're not special. I think the mad cause bad type of people... I've obviously talked about the mad cause bad thing a few times, but to recap, like, awful take, awful argument, awful mindset, very close-minded, and very, like, Reddit r/gamer pilled. You know, like, you're not all that, you're not special. I don't know, I hate that shit. I hate that kind of like bygone era of gaming that just created people that thought they were the shit because they were good at games. It's okay, it's this type of mindset, right? It's the same thing that happened with anime, it's the same thing that happened with, you know, video games. I think anime is a more recent example, so people will probably have seen this and kind of... And more people will have this ideology and be holding on to this ideology. But when anime became cool, when everybody and their mother knew about Attack on Titan and Demon Slayer, and they're like, oh my god, have you seen the newest episode of Attack on Titan and Demon Slayer? Oh my god, have you seen the newest episode of One Piece? That type of shit. Back when anime was not cool, a lot of people got shit-talked and ostracized by society, and it became kind of their personality, that they were, in some capacity, you know, even though this sounds very extreme, oppressed for what they consumed. They were socially made fun of for what they consumed. There's gotta be a fucking ring back here, bro. Like, I feel it in my bones. We're going. I'm checking it out. Yes, no, maybe so. This is too much. Nah, definitely not. This is just an upper path. I'm leaving, bro. I'm leaving. But like in some capacity, they were ostracized and like slightly oppressed for the fact that they watched anime or whatever. Obviously, TLDR. I'm not saying oppressed in the same capacity as like, anime fans are not a minority group. Like, relax. But there was a level of social disregard for people, and it was like signing up for social suicide, pretty much. It's like if you like My Little Pony as a male, right? Even as like a slightly older woman, it's technically like socially unacceptable, and it's kind of the same type of vibe, right? Point is, I'm very long-winded about this, but TLDR, the point is, as people kind of found solidarity in others who enjoyed the same thing they did, it formed these groups that were, very much not the social norm. And in a lot of ways, it created this sense of hierarchy where it's like there are the people that don't know what they're talking about, and there's the people that actually watch the content and know what they're talking about and know why they like it or know why they don't like things. And it was very much like an in-group type of thing. You were either in the in-group or you weren't. And, being in the in-group meant, hey, I'm signing up to be a social outcast because I like this content so much. And that was the case for video games for a little while. That was the case for anime in the United States, at the very least, for a long while. And as it became more popular, and a lot of people started seeing it as socially acceptable to play video games, to watch anime, people who had been doing this but had been socially ostracized for it now feel this kind of like superiority because I was doing it before it was cool. This, that, and the other. And obviously, it's no one in their right mind who got into this content recently will think this shit where it's like, I'm better than these people because I play fucking I play this game, I play that game, right? Like, it's a very abnormal take to have. And it's just, I don't know. There's still some holdovers from it, though, and I feel like that mindset has been passed on to some people, like, here and there. And it's just not, it's not ideal. It's not great. It's not great at all. So don't be that guy. don't be that guy that thinks you're special because you're good at Sonic and everyone else is bad at Sonic because whatever, X, Y, and Z. Like, it's an ugly personality trait and it makes you look like a bad person. So relax. All right? There we go. Dude, I'm out here spitting hot facts every episode. Please like and subscribe if you agree that Sonic fans that are weird are weird. There you go. That's my hot take of the day. Enjoy that shit. That's kind of all, bro. I don't know why I get so heated about that shit. Because at the end of the day, like, I guess it doesn't matter to me, right? It's like some random toxic mentality that I don't ever have to deal with. Because thank Christ, I've gotten to a point in my life where the online world is the online world, and then there's everything that's significantly more important in my life that is just completely disconnected from technology. So, like, I exist in a world of great pleasure outside of the internet, so I don't have to interact with these things, because I can just turn off the screen and it doesn't fucking matter. So, anyways, enough complaining about the Sonic community. I think we only have one zone left. Do we? Dude, is this like a... Should we finish it up here? I'm gonna grind out a little bit of the Chaos Emerald hunting, I think. I'm gonna at least try. I'm gonna see if I can do anything in the first zone, if it's easy enough to grind out in the first zone. And then if I get Supersonic, I will use him in the final area, is my opinion on that. That's what I'm thinking. That is a wild close-up on Tails, bro. Damn. This sprite work is... Oh, that's so tough. This sprite work is so clean, dude. There's like... I've talked about this before. There's some bad sprite work, but that one was so tough.